Hey, what's up guys, I'm Mo and today I'm coming to you with a brand new video. I am super excited about this one. I finally got my hands on my first full frame camera. So for a while now I've wanted to shoot full frame and I just didn't have the money to buy a full frame camera. They're super expensive. I had my eye on the 1DX Mark II for a very long time, but obviously that's way out of my reach. $6,000, obviously I can't do that. So what I was able to do is I got something close to that, maybe like 14 years old, but it's still in the same bloodline. I got the 1DS Mark II today, picked it up from eBay for about $300. Now this camera sold for $6,000 or was it $7,000? Back in 2004, I picked it up today for $300. And that's actually a great deal because all of the other bids were going for $500 if not more. This one was just missing a charger. I'm going to be making another video at a later date showing you how to make a charger, a DIY charger that will charge these batteries. But first, let's get this box open. Alrighty, so exciting. Opening your first full frame camera. I'm excited to see how this guy packaged it. What is this? Oh, it's an SD card. Firewire for tethering. Can't really connect that to the new MacBook Pro. And this must be the camera. Yeah, I knew about this. He said that this would be missing. Wow. The other one, I don't want to disrespect this guy's strap. Looks like he's had it since the beginning of time. Wow, this camera's a beast. Wonder if it has any juice in it. Oh my god. Oh my god. This body is heavy as like I can like kill someone with this. Like if you come at me, bro, this is heavy, but not in a heavy like, oh my god, this is so annoying. Like heavy in a wow, this feels amazing in the hand. I mean, I have a battery grip on my 80D and it feels nothing like this. This feels amazing. So now I have the 1DS Mark II right in front of me. Now, first thing you'll notice that it has 3 power options. Off, on, and this sound looking thing. The off is just obviously off, on is obviously on. But the sound thing is on with sound. What that means is when you take a picture, that's because it's on with sound. But let's say you're at a church or an event where you can't have any sound on, you just put it on and just take the picture. Not that it would actually help because the shutter is pretty loud. So this camera takes about 5 frames per second, and as you can see, I don't know if you could really tell that much, the resolution isn't that great. Obviously it's not a touchscreen LCD or anything like that. So let's go through the buttons. This is a mic button. You can actually record audio, like leaving yourself little memos about pictures. Let's say you're out in the field and you're taking pictures and you want to remember certain specific things or details about that picture. You can record a little memo right here. When it comes to the menu, it's pretty complicated. If you want to go through the menu, you just have to hold the menu button and keep your finger there while you scroll through the menu. If you let your finger go, you'll enter this menu that you're in right now. If you want to select a specific object in that menu, you click select, and again you're going up and down. Let's say I click on the backup right here, and then I get the menu for the backup. If I want to select something in that menu, again I'm going forward and backwards. Click on the display button. You can hold the display and you can see a little menu is gonna pop up on top here. First one is an info. Again, I'm still holding the display button. I'm going to the right to just view the image. I'm going to the right one more time to get like a whole bunch of images, all 4 of them. One more time again, you get a 9-picture grid. And then finally it shows you the folders, how everything is laid out. I like to leave it on the info because it helps me with the histogram and a couple of other information as well. Let's say you want to zoom into the image. You hold this button right here and you can press the plus button right on the top right here and you can zoom in. Again, you still have to hold the button. Everything here, as you'll learn, is a 2-hand operation. This wheel over here will move up and down while you're still holding the binocular, and the scroll wheel on top will move left and right. It's really, I don't want to say annoying, but you have to really keep in consideration this camera was released in 2004. So back then this was top-notch technology. Now some of you youngsters may consider this annoying, but that's how things were done back in the day. If you want to delete an image, you click the trash can once and then you hold it and you scroll to OK and you let go. That's how you delete an image on this camera. If you want to select autofocusing points, you click this button right here, but I've programmed it to work with the FEL button because it's much closer to the shutter. Like I was saying before, everything's a 2-handed operation. If you want to change the ISO, I was really confused because I didn't know which button it was. It turns out it's actually 2 buttons, so you have to hold 2 buttons at the same time while turning the wheel. Luckily I have really fat fingers, so I can press both buttons with one hand while changing the wheel. If you want to change the autofocus from one draft to servo, you click just the one button over here while going from servo to one shot. If you want to change the mode, you click on mode and change from AV, program, bulb, and I believe there's also TV in here. Yeah, TV as well. Obviously there's no automatic in this professional $8,000 camera. Again, everything is indicated for you, so you don't have to worry too much. Eventually you're gonna get used to it. You can keep your eye in the viewfinder and change all your settings without looking at the camera. I forget what this thing is called, but if you have like if you wear glasses or anything like that, you can always change what it looks like inside the viewfinder. If you don't wear anything, just keep it all the way to minus. But if you look and it looks kind of blurry, that means your vision isn't that perfect, and you kind of need to adjust it until you get the perfect look inside the viewfinder. To open up the memory compartment, you can lift this little strap up, twist it to the left. Obviously the camera shuts off. You have 2 memory card options. You have a CFast card slot, which is considered the slot number 1. You also have a SD card slot, which is considered slot number 2. You have an option to back one up to the other, or you have an option to just shoot on one of them, or the other option would be to continue. After one gets full, you move on to the second one. I shoot to the SD card as number 1 and use this as a backup. I don't want to really take the CF card in and out because I've heard of people bending their pins, and I don't want to take that chance. If there's an SD card slot in there, I've been using that for the longest, and that's fine. To take the battery out, you put the strap down, you twist it to the left, you click this button right here, which is number 2, and you pull it out. So it's actually numbered. There's a number 1 here, a number 2 there, in case you forget. When you're putting the battery back in, you push it in, you twist it to the right, and you close it. To take the lens on and off, obviously you press this button just like any other Canon camera, or any camera for that matter. You twist it out. When you're putting it back in, you have the red dot to the red dot. This is obviously a full frame camera. It only takes EF lenses. You have a button up here in case you can't really see. You can illuminate the info screens, the one on top and the one on the bottom. Not that you'll be taking great shots at night anyways and you need to light up the screen, because this camera only goes up to ISO 3200 and it has a minimum of 50. You can use this button right here to lock the wheel off and on in case you don't want to accidentally move your aperture while shooting. And a lot of these buttons up here, like this one and this one, are programmable in the menu system. You can change it to maybe select autofocus points or anything like that. If you want to turn off the battery grip, I mean, it'll still obviously charge, but you won't have any functionalities over here. Sometimes you want to turn it off in case like you're holding the camera all awkward and you press the button by accident. So there's a reason why they have the button there in case you want to turn it off. Overall, it's a little bit of a learning curve to get used to all these buttons, especially if you're coming from a smaller crop sensor camera or a newer camera. But once you get used to them, it's a lot easier actually, because they have a button for everything. You don't have to jump into the menu. Your eye could be through the viewfinder the whole time, and if you know where to place your hands, you can pretty much map out all the buttons without even looking away. Now, I became pretty familiar with this menu. It's only 5 tabs and doesn't have that many options. I'm not going to go into too much details about the menu, but if you do need me to make a video about the specifics of this menu, just leave a comment down below and I gladly can go over it. But for now, let's go outside and take some shots and take a look at them, see if this camera can still hold up in 2018. Alright guys, so we're out here on a farm in New Jersey. I'm gonna get a chance to test out this camera and see if it holds up in 2018. Let's get started. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. It took about like over a week to make, so if you found any value in this video, do me a huge favor, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more content like this. Until next time, peace!